Hello everyone. We are starting our revision with the first chapter, that is graphs in economy. Explain and analysis the various economic events that occurring in the world. Okay, and we are doing analysis the data provided by the different institute, which is expertly done by economists. Okay, so diagram and a graph is the most easiest way to understand or to picturize the data given. Okay, and due to this modern technology, it is become very easy to understand, or you can say to represent the graphs and diagram. So what is a diagram? So diagram is a representation of observable data by way of picture, or you can say it is a representation of a relationship between the variable in a picture is called diagram. Okay, so when there is a discrete continuous frequency, then you can say discrete variables, then we can say diagram is used. And when there is a continuous frequency distribution, then we will use a graph. So this is the main and basic difference between the graph and diagram. You can say here 10,000, 20,000, 20,000 to 30,000, 50,000. Okay, and so on. So this is a frequency 10 to 20, 20. So there is in one particular interval 10, 19, 20, 29. So there is a continuous frequency distribution. So we will use a graph. Now why these graphs are important? So it becomes easy to represent an economical data which are complicated, but by graph we can make it easy. Economic trend information, we can find out which trends are going on through the different graph or diagram. Okay, we can represent so many years data in single graph, so we can thus find out the trend. To understand change of various sectors, different sector, different time period, what are the situations, we can analyze that change easily by the graph. To make a comparison, we can make a comparison between the countries, between the states, different religion, different rural urban area, poverty, unemployment. So through the graph and diagram, it is very easy to make comparison of any particular thing. Time and energy can be saved. So by it is easy through the picture to understand a difficult, or you can say complex data. So it saves our time and energy. To understand the principles of economy, there are so many principles which are difficult to understand, but which can be easily understood by the graph and diagram. Now types of diagram. So first is line diagram, bar diagram and pie diagram. So these are three diagrams which we have to shown. Okay, line diagram starting with the line diagram. When there are two variables from which one is independent and one is dependent variable, then we will done it through the line diagram. X-axis represent an independent variable and Y-axis represent a dependent variable. Okay, for example, you can see the percentage growth rate of India's population since 1951. So 1950, there are the data and percentage growth rate of population. Okay, so if you plot a graph, you will see here 21.65 for 1951 to 1961 and so on. And if you join these, you can see this is a line diagram. Okay, next is bar diagram. When you are using a rectangular bar to show the certain kinds of data, then it is known as a bar diagram. And there are three types of bar diagram: simple bar diagram, cluster bar diagram and divided bar diagram. First, simple bar diagram, which you are showing. So independent variable is shown on X, dependent on Y axis, and okay, on the basis of these value of different time periods can be compared. Okay, So this is the year and this is the growth rate. Okay, so here year has been put it and here industrial growth rate. So you are using this rectangular bar, so that's why it is known as bar diagram. Cluster bar diagram is similar to simple bar diagram, but you can make out more than 2 or 3 data in a single graph. You can see here data of rural area and data of urban area. This both you are showing in the same graph. That's why it is known as cluster bar diagram. More than one data of one variable can be shown in a single. That's why it is known as cluster bar diagram. Next is divided bar diagram. When your single bar is divided into which represents the two data. Okay, for example, you can see here for the month of January to March, there are two data of rural and urban area for the particular in sales in India. So January, March and sales is total sales is 800 unit, and from which 300 is in rural area and 500 is in urban area. So your single bar is representing two data. That's why it is known as divided bar graph. This can be more than for two different, more than two division also. Okay, next is pie diagram. A circle is of 360 degree, and on the basis of that you are find out the degree of particular field and representing in a one circle. That's why it is known as pie diagram. You can find out the degree, that is component value divided by total value multiplied by 360. So here total 360 degree is equal to 100%. That's why out of this 100%, see there are three different field: agriculture, industry and service sector. Okay, then agriculture is contributing 20, industry is 30 and service sector is 50%. Then you can calculate 20 multiplied by 360 divided by 100 gives you 72%. Then and so on, 30 multiplied by 360 divided by 100, 108 and 180. And you can plot a graph like this. Okay, so this is what all about pie diagram.